So welcome to Newcastle Station, and we have one mostly finished platform. So I'm quite happy with how this one turned out. It's going to be a little bit of a short video. The last one was pretty long as to how I went about building this platform. So if you're interested in how we got to this stage, then go back and click on the link in the top right hand corner now. But really all I have done since the last video is go ahead and finish up this platform. So I've got the platform siding on, and I do need to kind of shape this and put it down in place. It isn't perfectly straight and level, just the way that it was put together, but otherwise I'm quite happy with how this came out. If we come in a little bit closer, dark red brick and edging on the platform sides, which is actually somewhat prototypical of what Newcastle Central was back in the late 80s. It's also very dirty as well. So that's why I went with that darker brick. I did put platform sidings on, but then the top, this is not at all the scale scenes top. I think this is actually from cleverlymodels.com. I'll put up a link in the notes here. I did quite a bit of searching around on the internet to try and find a top that I was happy with. And when you come in close, you can see there's edging, and I have put kind of a grey marker line around that. But once you move back a little bit, so if I was running an operating session, this is about where I would be. Certainly as you pan around, you can't really see it. If you then stop and look, you can do. So for the most part, you really can't tell that there's the joint in there. I think it blends in pretty well. I'm certainly a lot happy with this than the scale scenes top. Platform tops that was included. Not that there was anything necessarily wrong with those. I did really like the actual appearance of the individual sheets for the concrete platform top, but when you try and do something of this kind of size, it just didn't blend very well. And so I've seen a lot of different modelers where they've used the scale scenes kit and then have done something different for the platform top. So I think this is what I'm going to go with. I do like the shading of it. There may be some spots where I want to kind of darken it a little bit. This seems a little bit light. A lot of the photos that I found from the mid to late 80s, early 90s of Newcastle Central, it was a lot darker than this. Certainly on the ends, because the station itself probably be about here, and so all of this was then just kind of open. There was just almost a corrugated metal roof, and then same over on the other end. The station would have only come to about here. It was down here, and then corrugated metal roof, and rains a lot in the northeast of England, so this would not have been quite as clean, and not very light grey, almost white. But overall, if we come in close, very happy with with how this has turned out. Platform tops maybe just a little bit low, just a millimeter or two low maybe, but I think for me this is close enough, and certainly from a distance it's fine. When you're standing up, I think it's okay. It's only once you get down really low that you can see this is maybe it's just a hair too low. But for the most part, like I said in some of the earlier videos, this is made a little bit low than I probably would have done so intentionally. I think these are set at 42 inches high, and that is partly so that my kids are able to see this, and also because at some point I'm looking at having a shelf layout that would sit above this in the shed. So once you're standing up and this is at eye height, this really doesn't look too bad at all. So again, a little bit of an odd coach formation. The HSTs would likely not pull into this particular platform. We're on kind of platforms 5, 6, 7, and 8 here, and even just the numbering 5, 6, 7, and 8. This was where DMUs would come in. HSTs would actually be coming into these platforms back here. So this was just to put some coaches in and just to see how it looks. So quite happy with how this goes. Wanted to wrap this up because I'm actually at a local model show here out in Seattle. It's an Engage club that I'm hanging out with. I helped set up today, and I'll be there tomorrow. Probably run some trends as well. So maybe do some video of that. It is a little bit different than this. There are some 8-shell gauge as well, which is, the gauge of the track is the same as double O gauge. The trans are a little bit smaller, but I'm going to do some videos of the different layers that are there, because that is pretty cool. But at least now I figured out, this one platform. I figured out a platform top. This actually went together really, really quickly. I ended up getting all of the papering done, so all of the tops, the sides, the edging, all done within a couple of evenings. So I've definitely figured out, how to do this together. So I should be able to do this second platform, this next platform here, where the black hatchings are. It's actually probably a longer platform, but a little bit easier. There's only a slight curve to that, and that's where you would then get HSTs coming in on these lines. So it should look a little bit better once that's in place and we have some HSTs. And I think once we have 2 platforms going, then we'll really start to see this station coming to shape, and then I can start to figure out what we're doing on the back here. And again, I'm hoping that once I get that figured out and planned out, at that point I'll be pretty much a pro at trying to do these curved platforms, and then it'll start to look pretty special. So thanks for watching. Thanks for all those that have been liking the videos, commenting, and subscribing. Please do keep that up. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any thoughts as to how I could progress with this. And thanks for watching. I'll be back soon. Bye.